Okay. Okay, now we're live. WizzyWig. All right. Welcome to WizzyWig. This is Andrea, and today it's my privilege to introduce Cynthia James, artist, mentor, just go-getter, and paving the way and helping Granbury become a more artistic destination. And so I really appreciate that. But I want to talk to you about what kind of artist you are. I mean, if you categorize yourself.
I consider myself an artist in all different types of medium. I've worked in clay and glass, metal. I make jewelry all the way to
She's got
huge
a piece
installations. This is a new copper piece that I've put together, about 5 or 6 or 7 of them. I've already sold several, and
Yay.
The first one I made sold to a good friend of mine. So I always like the ones that have the most love in them to go to the person that's going to appreciate it the most. This is one of the plates, one of the sculptural pieces that I do, that I have in the shop.
And this is what I'm really jealous about, is your glass work. I mean, it's just phenomenal, and I feel like I have a calling to glass, but I've never had the experience, so I just live vicariously through you and your pieces.
Thank you, thank you.
They're beautiful, and if y'all don't know where her shop is, it's called Artifacts. It's on which side of the square?
The west side of the square. It's at 118 North Houston, and I'm the one with all the lights because I have all the glass, and I want it to just glow and shimmer. And I've loved glass since I was a young girl. My grandfather owned a jewelry shop, and he had beautiful glass. And then I was very fortunate that my father had a job. He was in the Navy, and I lived in England, and I was able to go to Italy and visit Murano glass, etc., and every cathedral that's out there. So my love of glass has gone back since I was a young girl.
Wow.
And maybe even a piece I broke of my mother's when I was young, now that I think about that.
I can fix this.
I can fix it, yes. And if you do come in, please always ask for me, because I do have a studio upstairs, but I also have a studio in the back called the Carriage House. And sometimes if I'm working back there, I do not mind at all showing it off. Sometimes you may have to step over boxes, but that's where I build a lot of my larger sculptural pieces. And I do large installations as well. I mean, like 4 or 5 foot pieces that I have in homes. Yes.
That's amazing.
It is. Those are pretty time consuming.
For sure.
So it takes a lot more thought in many ways.
Yes.
I'm more of an artist. I don't know about whoever is out there if you're an artist, but I'm one that actually prefers to think and daydream, but then create, and then get to a stopping point where I'm not sure quite where I'm going next.
Yeah.
And then I get to go back to daydreaming. And so sometimes larger projects do take me a little bit more time.
Yes.
Plus I'm the owner of the shop, so I have to do that paperwork. All the things that...
I know when people come in here, they're like, well, where's your art? Well, this place is my art right now. This is my canvas, and eventually I'll have more time about truly art, But also, the way that you're helping bring this as an artistic destination is you are the coordinator of... Chairperson of
2017 Harvest Moon Festival of the Arts. And it's this weekend. This weekend, Saturday and Sunday. It is coming together beautifully. To me, this is like a huge arts installation.
Yes.
And for me, too, it's a way for our galleries of Granbury, which Against the Grain is a member of, and which Artifacts is, and your private collection, Divine Wine, Lake Granbury Art Association, and the Langdon Center. We're all members. And this way, all of our visitors from out of town and all of our visitors locally will actually have a whole art installation right at our back doors. So we hope that they'll visit there and visit our shop so that we can create. And so please come into my shop. I normally have had a booth at this festival for many years, but I did determine this year that being in charge of the festival and a booth is probably not going to work.
Yeah.
But we have 90+ artists.
That's a lot, folks.
Oh my gosh. We will be packed from stem to stern. We have artists of every type: jewelers, potters, painters, modern, contemporary, every price point, from something everybody can afford to something that's very expensive, but you just have to have it.
Yeah, well, it's unique. It's
And
one
it's
of a kind.
unique.
You can't
And
find
yes,
it again. You know, even if they try to recreate it, it's not going to be the same. You know,
Absolutely.
And I think that's important for people to understand the value of art. You know, and bringing us together. I'm so glad that it's only artists pieces that are going to be in this festival. It's not going to be, you know, factory made items. And yeah.
Not one, and if I see it, they will not be. They will be asked to leave. But
and there's going to be
know
some
they're
music going on.
Music, and walking around music, and I think I'm even going to have some buskers that are going to be around. We have a flautist. We have an African drummer, a king. Danica's the flautist. We also have 4 kids booths that are make it, take it, no charge. The kid just comes up and they just get to create something, and each booth is a little bit different. And we also have, so please have your kids do some chores.
Yes.
Because they need to have a little pocket money, because this year we've started a booth that is a kids art gallery only.
I love this idea.
Yes.
I think this is fantastic,
Yes.
where the kids can go in and pick out their own piece of art.
And they pay for it, and everything in there is $10 and under.
Great.
And we're going to allow the age 16 and under.
Wow.
Because we determined, after my doing some research on this, that 16-year-olds need to learn how to appreciate art and buy their first piece of art. And for me as an artist, I want people to recognize, and young artists to recognize, that not only do we create, and not only do we have fun, but we do, as Andrea said, we have actual value to our work. And if you're a young kid at 8 years old and you're starting to paint or create or make something, and you come into that booth, you're going to say to yourself, or he or she will, oh my gosh, my work can actually have value.
Yes.
And then watch for next year, because I have big plans for next year. It's going to continue to grow.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yes.
I love this idea.
Yes.
And so behind us, we have some things. These are moons that we have, because the Harvest Moon Festival is doing an online auction that won't be completed until...
No, I think today is the last day.
Okay, today is the day.
Yes.
Okay.
Or last night. Sorry, I should have looked
No,
that
that's
up.
okay.
But yes.
But they'll be on display at the Harvest Moon? Okay, festival.
Right across from against the grain will be one big large area that will have all of the moons and a silent auction.
Yes.
And you just need to come in and keep bidding.
Yes.
And
that's what I mean. So the bidding is still going on
still
through the
going
festival.
on.
Okay.
Yes.
And so this is a piece that we made, Against the Grain made, and then this one, who's this artist?
This is Sharon Marquardt,
Okay.
and it's just absolutely
I know the glare is
gorgeous.
not so great. We can take it down and show it. But
And isn't Andrea's just spectacular?
This is great.
And this
Thank
is
you.
Sharon Marquardt's.
Yes.
And she's a very, very well-known artist, so we're very honored that she did this for us. And our fundraising on this is for the Granbury Arts Alliance, and we're an umbrella organization over all of the arts, not just the visual arts like this, but over the drama, the music, the writing, anything that has to have an artistic bent. We're wanting to be able to raise money, become a cultural arts district, and then be able to pass the word out. If you want to join Lake Granbury Art Association, but you haven't found them, you'll go to our website, find the link, and then find them. Or you're wanting to see the schedule of the Brazos Orchestra, then hopefully we'll have them, they've kept up with us, and you can find them with our website to be able to link to them. So we're just a link to everyone.
And I love that we're it's a collaboration.
Yes.
So this weekend, Harvest Moon Festival, Saturday and Sunday.
9 to 7 on Saturday and 10 to 5 on Sunday.
That's wonderful. So come out, come back to the square. The construction is completed. We will have, so come and see that as well, and come introduce yourself to all the merchants that are here. There are a lot has changed over the summer. We have new ones. Against the Grain will also have a booth out at the Harvest Moon Festival.
Yay, and thank you
Well,
to showcase all of your fabulous artists in here.
And our studio will still be open for the make and take option as well. So we just appreciate you, Cynthia. We appreciate all that you've done to pilgrim this out, you know, and as well as the other artists that we have in Granbury. It's amazing.
And if I can say one last thing, I could tear up right now. I have had so much help with this, so many volunteers, so many, the Granbury Arts Alliance. I'm part of the Historic Merchants Association, the Chamber, Visit Granbury, the city, First National Bank, Kroger, HEB, individuals. I could go on for probably 15 minutes. So to those that have helped or still want to help, just get in touch with Andrea and she can send them on to me.
I will.
But thank you very much for having me.
People just don't realize how much this is, how much work it is, not just putting an event together, but also all the work that the artists have to do to create enough product to come into a festival. And so we just want this to be a very successful event. So come out here and support your square, support artists and local. We appreciate y'all. Thank you. I appreciate
You're welcome.
And we'll see y'all next week for another live WizzyWig. All right, bye-bye.
Have fun.